Hey everybody, and welcome back to the channel. And today we're starting off a little darker here than normal because today we're going to be looking at another 3D printed item that is part of the 3D printed highlight series. It's a little bit different though this time. We've got the 3D printed part, but we're going to show it installed on my Betty. And as you can tell from the thumbnail, I got some rock light buckets designed and 3D printed, and we got them installed on the Betty. So we're starting off a little dark just so I can show you the underglow with the lights installed, what it could look like on your rigs. And then we'll get the light on and we'll have a closer look at the 3D items that are simple prints and easy to set up as long as you've got some LED lights and some wiring. So let's get right into the Betty. So Betty has gotten some upgrades. I've got a video up. I'll leave a link to it for the recent tire upgrade and rim upgrade. I'll leave a link to that in the top corner there, somewhere up there. And you can go check that out if you get a chance. We've got some brass steering knuckles. We've got the hot racing front and rear axle housings, as I said in my last one, and we got the R Racing internal shocks put on it. And we added some additions. So let me get her turned on here. So now with the Betty, hopefully I should have maybe made it a little darker for you guys. Let's give me a sec, and I'm going to turn out another light here. That might give you a better view of the underglow. When the lights are completely out, it's really good. So yeah, so we've got some light buckets installed, and these are 3mm LED lights. I got off Amazon. I'll leave a link to them also on Amazon. I got a bad shock there. So what I have done is I have 3D printed, no, I got it pretty close there guys, sorry. I 3D printed a mount to fit in between the chassis rails. You don't have to screw it in. I don't have mine screwed in. They're sitting really high. I've got them at the highest point here on the chassis, so up in here, just at the touching the forward mounted battery tray post there. That's kind of where they're leaning up against, and they go in there pretty tight in between the chassis rails. You just have to take the battery tray off and turn it at an angle and then fit it into your rails, and then position it wherever you want. You can position it further back if you like. I found that I got too much light directed straight down, so I moved them back here, and they work fine. They're not interfering with the drive shaft, and I'll show you why. I've made sure that when I printed it, you get full articulation to the limit of your shocks, so nothing's hitting. I'm bottoming them out on the shocks there, as you can see, and the lights aren't being affected. And in the front, they are also really up high. I don't know if you guys can see them. You can see the lights, but they're probably pretty bright in there. They're up underneath the ESC tray, so they're up right up almost tight against the forward link, Y-link, but they do not interfere with the Y-link. And again, it's because of how I printed it, so the drive shaft and the Y-link is not hitting those light buckets at all, and you get full compression of the shocks. So yeah, so that's what they kind of look like installed. I'm really happy with them. When the lights are completely out, it really gives it a nice underglow. You can see it in the thumbnail picture somewhat, that it really, you can barely see the Betty, but you can really see that the lights are there. So yeah, so that's what they look like installed. We'll get it turned off, get some lights back on, and then I'll just give you a quick overview of the buckets and how they work and what they come with, and we'll wrap it up. So yeah, that's maybe the other lights too. Hey, it's pretty dark. Okay, with the lights back on, so here's the light buckets. I've just got a couple samples here, so very small. Here's how they come off the printer. There's some supports in there I haven't cleaned out yet. We'll do that right here. And that's the dual light bucket right there for your 3mm LED. And I'll leave a link to the LEDs that I used. I got a package. We'll get rid of this infill. And these are FDM printed. I'm sure these would print really nice and clean, even cleaner on resin, which I do not have yet. I still haven't pulled the trigger on a resin printer. So yeah, so there's the light bucket. This is the side that would be facing down toward the ground. So I know these don't focus very well, guys, but I'll try and get an angle where you can see it. So there's the light bucket. You've got the 3mm hole in the back for your LED light. I do have some. I could probably grab one to show you. And along with that, I didn't grab one. This is the light retainer. So once you've got your LED lights put in, let me grab a couple LEDs. I didn't set myself up very good for this one. I wanted to make this one like a 10-minute video, and I think we're gonna go over that. So just let me grab a couple LEDs here so I can show you exactly how this works. So I'll grab a couple of these 3mm LEDs. So these are the LEDs I picked up off Amazon. I can't remember how many are there. I think 60. And you get all different colors. So I think it's 6 different colors and 10 of each. So here's a couple LEDs. So your regular 3mm LED off Amazon, diodes already put on it, so they're pre-wired. They give you a nice 6 inches worth of wire. Worked out really well for getting them the perfect size for getting them done in the beddy, especially coming from the rear. So you get your light bucket. Your lights will obviously fit into the back end here, and they push in really nice and tight, so they stay in there pretty good. Some of them are a little looser. It depends on the LED light. Oh, yeah, like that one's really tight. So some of them don't fit perfectly into those holes, so it'll depend on the LED. But you get them in there. Yeah, of course we're gonna get a set that doesn't want to play, because the LEDs are bigger. And when I designed them around the set of, measured the one set of LEDs, but I've put there, so snaps in there, just like so. This one doesn't seem to want to snap in because I think that LED is a little bit bigger than the hole. So yeah, it's sitting in there, so it's in there. So the LED will sit in there, and then this will, you get your wires facing the right direction, of course. Your wires have to be parallel to it, so you get your wires in there like so. So there's your wires. And to retain them, so that you can get them in and out again if you need to change them, or put a new set of LEDs in for some reason, one of them dies out. This piece just goes on over top, and all I did was once you get your LED in there nice and tight, I just put a little dab of crazy glue right on the top of and push down in the center and let that seal, and then the LEDs are in there. But they fit really tight, like you can tell. The buckets, same bucket, same print job. The LEDs fit better than the ones that are on my beddy currently. But yeah, so they fit in there like that. The lenses are removable. I didn't glue my lenses on. They snap on, snap off, so that you can change the lens. And I have gone in and painted inside the bucket with silver on both, so that you get a little bit better light distribution straight out. So you can see your LEDs in there, and then your light buckets just fit right on. And currently I have clear light buckets, and red, and green, and I do have some yellow transparent filament. I just haven't printed any out yet to try those out, but I wanted the green so for my beddy. So yeah, so that's the light bucket. Pretty simple, simple print, simple to install. No screws required. I have put screw holes in there just in case you want to use screws, so there is a screw hole there. So you could put them somewhere where there is an extra screw hole, like in the back here, and you could run one of the small screws in there to hold it in place. But I found that these are holding really well in there. These are very tight. They're the same size as inner rails, so they fit in the inner rails. They won't pop out unless they're at a high angle. So I'm really happy with the fit of them in the in the rails. And for the drive shafts, you'll see that I've done that little indent there just to give it that little bit of extra room when you're doing your compression, when it's compressed, so that the drive shaft doesn't rub on it. And each one is marked, so there's a difference in them. There's, I don't know if you guys probably can't see that, but marked on in here, right along there, it says front. I don't think, yeah, it might be there. You can see it a little bit. It does say front, and on the other one it does say rear. So there is a bit of a difference. I needed to do a bit of height difference. So this distance here is a little shorter than the. It's hard to tell, but it is a little shorter. The how far this comes off the main bucket, just to allow me to get a little bit of extra space underneath here where the tray is. And once you have your LEDs in and you're happy and the way you want to run your wires, you just have to bend these over. And how I connected them is, for the front, I took, so say it's sitting in there this way, I took these two and I spliced them into these. I just took my wire cutters and cleaned out a little bit of the insulation, pulled a little bit of the insulation away, wired them directly to these wires like so, and then bent these wires over to come out the side here a little bit. Like, it's really hard for you guys to see them in there, but they're bent forward a bit so that the wires come out the front. So then you only have two coming out of each light bucket. I did the same in the back, so you've only got the 4 wires basically coming to the front to put into your servo plug, your plug that you're going to need to get also to plug it into your ESC. And that's another Amazon kit you can buy. I've got them right here, so you can get yourself one of these kits. So they come with the metal pieces to put your wires in, and see if I can just they're all connected here, so I don't really want to pull them out. So easy to see. So that's the connector side. That is the female side, right? So that connector is what goes into your plug, your end of your wire, and then you put it in one of your small plugs here. So it comes with this size without that little notch here on the side that so many of us cut off with a knife. So you do get one of each, selection of each, and you also get the cover for, I'll never use these, right? For that, the slotted one, it'll snap in there. There's a little snap in there, and then you've got an enclosed, like, waterproof seal, I guess, or dirt proof seal. So yeah, they're really handy, and you'll need yourself one of these wire connector crimpers. They're really good. They're cheap on Amazon, 10-20 bucks you can find them for, and they ratchet down so that you can securely put your wires onto these little connectors, and they pinch the connectors and make it professional like. So yeah, they're on Amazon too. I'll leave a link to those also. So yeah, so that's about it, guys. Very simple. I really like them. I think that they really have given that rock crawling light look. I went with the green. I still got the white on the front. I'm probably going to wire up some more in the headlights. More buckets to come probably for the SCX24s, the front and rear, so that I can get lights in the back too. But yeah, so I'm really happy with those. Easy, simple print. I've got them all packaged up. This is what they will come like if you're interested. My email's in the description under the About on my YouTube channel, or you can message me on Instagram. It's Radioactive Scale RC on Instagram also. So you'll get a set of buckets, front and rear, and I've included 2 of the retainers and each color of the lenses. So a set of lenses in green and red, and then this one was set for white, so I did put an extra set of clear lenses in there. And I believe it's $4 Canadian is what I'll be selling these for, so a little cheaper for you US guys, plus shipping. So if you're interested in these, please send me a message. Like I said, my email is on the About tab on my YouTube channel, or you can message me on Instagram. My email address is on there also. And yeah, we'll get you out a set. Just ensure to include postal code or a zip code and an address where you're at, so I can give you an estimate on shipping. Should be pretty cheap for these. I can throw that in an envelope depending on how many you order, but I can throw that in an envelope and probably get away with a couple bucks, $3 for shipping. But yeah, so that's about it, guys. So that's just a quick review of the 3D printed light bucket rock light buckets that I've designed and done up for the SCX24s. And yeah, so if you're interested in these, again, please give me a message and I'll get you out a set. And thanks for coming, and thanks to all the subscribers and everyone coming back and watching my videos and all the support that you guys are giving me over the past couple years. It's really appreciated. I'm at about 523 as of today subscribers, so that's awesome. We're halfway to that 1,000 mark pretty much. I'm pretty happy with that. Like I said before, I'm not in this to be the big money maker like the other big channels. I just enjoy doing it. But the more subscribers, the better. That means I can keep doing things and putting stuff up because I know people are interested. So yeah, so thanks to everybody. And if you're not a subscriber, please subscribe. Give me a thumbs up. Leave me a comment. You know, all that jazz. And definitely click that bell so you're notified when I put up new content. And till next time, everybody stay safe. Cheers.